Hi, welcome to my podcast on seeing politics and artifacts and disequilibrium and technoscapes by using Google Maps and Street View with screenshots. So, before we begin, let me just tell you, I want to look at a place that once held a lot of value and did so in my childhood, but over time has decreased in value. And I'm wondering if we can see that through Google Maps and Street View and capture that with screenshots. So to do that, let's first go to google.com and type in Google Maps into the search window. Now let's click on Google Maps. And when you do that, you should get a view of where you are now. Click on the satellite icon in the lower left and now zoom out. By zooming out, you can locate any place in the world by clicking on it and zooming in. So we are going to leave Dubai and move westward to America and zoom in on Cleveland, Ohio. And then we're going to zoom in on a nearby place. This small college town is divided by a north-south highway. Now on one side, before we do anything, let's take a screenshot. Do you know how to take a screenshot? Just press the print screen button on your computer. Now on one side of the north-south highway of this town is the affluent section, and then the other opposite side is less than affluent. And also, this town also has a very old and significant population of African Americans. Can you guess which side African Americans predominantly live? Now let's scroll out to help you make this decision. And in the upper right-hand corner of our screen, we see a very messy looking field with some more fields to the north of it on the other side of that road. And let's take a screenshot of that before we do anything. So that's our second screenshot. Now let's get a street view of this. So let's grab our little man and drop him where the B is for Butternut Ridge. And now we have a look at what these fields are all about. We have to look behind us and go to this crossroad. It looks like a crossroad, but actually it's a driveway that goes across the road. And what are we looking at? Landfills. So to the left is the landfill, all full and covered up with dirt, full of garbage for the last, well, 50 years. That was started in the 70s. That's almost a 50-year-old landfill. And there's no more places in that landfill to put garbage, so they're going across the road and they're digging out that field to start a new landfill. So let's take a picture of that landfill to the left. Well, I guess we won't take a picture of the landfill to the left. We just took a picture of the cross driveway. I would have liked to take a screenshot of that, but I didn't. Now let's move on by scrolling out. Let us ask ourselves as we zoom out, why this landfill is next to this town? Why wasn't it put in another town in that county? So let's zoom out and see if we can find out anything. Are there any other towns they could have put this landfill? I mean, right next to that private college town. Why couldn't they put it anywhere else? So we look over here and we see the town of Elyria, and to the north of that we see this town of Lorraine, and then to the east of that we see Sheffield Lake and Avon Lake and Avon and North Ridgeville and even the village of Grafton. And over to the west, we see Amherst and a lot of farmland. Lots of farmland, but that's not where they put it. They put it right here next to the town, the only, well, the town in that county that is leading all other cities with a significant per capita population that is African American. So let's take a picture of that. This is going to be our fourth screenshot. So that town once held a lot of value, and that value has decreased in the past 50 years because of the location of that landfill. Now, if we had time, I would take a fifth screenshot of a recent natural gas pipeline that was put in 2 miles to the south of that landfill. So that now Oberlin is sandwiched between a landfill that emits invisible toxins and a natural gas pipeline that poses an explosive threat. And it happened to them, but it didn't happen to any other city in that county or even any of the significant rural areas. It's interesting. Thank you for this podcast. I hope you know how now to use Google Maps and Street View with screenshots to capture some of these politics and artifacts in the technoscapes around us. Thank you very much.